Today's video couldn't be about anything else but Bitcoin. It's absolute madness on the Bitcoin chart right now after the price reached above $40,000 this weekend. But this was immediately followed by a staggering 20% drop at the time of this recording. The most popular cryptocurrency is dominating the headlines once again after extreme volatility has made the first 10 days of 2021 quite interesting for Bitcoin, to say the least. So in this video, we'll give you the latest on Bitcoin news, and we'll talk about the reasons behind all this mayhem, as well as the things you should keep an eye out for in the coming days and weeks. As we know, the latest surge in Bitcoin has started back in October when it was trading at around $11,000. Well, in less than 3 months, we've seen an almost 300% climb, and a correction was probably gonna come at some point. But before we talk about what some are calling now a crash, let's see what's behind this incredible upward move for Bitcoin, something we haven't seen since 2017, and many of us thought we wouldn't see again. Well, companies, large-scale investors, and hedge funds started to develop an aggressive hunger for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, provoked by this uncontrolled money printing that we saw from the Fed and also other central banks. Now, this unprecedented interest from institutional investors came before the recent bull run, most of them in late 2020, validating the institutional investor interest in cryptocurrency. The fact that billionaires and companies like Microstrategy, Galaxy Digital Holdings, Square, and Grayscale account for more than 1 million Bitcoin confirm the institutional interest in crypto. These players that are credited with pushing the price from $20,000 to $30,000. Now, this should tell us something. Companies like this have an entire teams full of financial analysts and risk management professionals. The chances are these companies were keeping an eye out for Bitcoin for a long time, but felt that this is the right time to jump in. Even PayPal is rumored to be looking around for crypto-related companies to purchase. So there is no doubt that the COVID-19 pandemic brought to us the turmoil that made Bitcoin the case for institutional investors. Now, because that leads us to the next ingredient for this ongoing bull run, the competition with gold as a store of value. Now, I'm pretty sure you've heard about this never-ending battle between the Bitcoin and gold relation for the title of the most efficient inflation hedge and the best store of value. Now, if we take a little bit of a closer look, analysts from JP Chase stated that Bitcoin's digital gold narrative is influencing investors to not invest in precious metals anymore. Is it because of Bitcoin has many practical applications and the potential to develop even more? Now, this choice of Bitcoin over gold means that the king of cryptocurrencies is getting a legitimate status as a trustworthy asset class after being related to gold as a hedge against inflation for a while. Now, we have to also take note that amidst a highly unconventional monetary policy, Bitcoin has been building up a name for itself among investors of all shapes and all sizes. Access for smaller investors has improved with more exchanges and fintechs offering opportunities to invest in Bitcoin. So now that we've covered the two main factors for Bitcoin's success, institutional investments adding up and competition with gold as a store of value, why did the price go down so dramatically in these past few days? Well, it is likely that the hedge funds and large institutional investors were taking short-term profits after this aggressive upward movement at the beginning of 2021. In other words, they were locking up some profits that will sit nicely on their balance sheets. Now, another reason for the dollar getting stronger recently, there are many reasons for this, from the political situation in the United States and the exceptions of more stimulus and also an economic rebound. So the political developments there is definitely something to keep an eye on. Just today, Democrats will call out to Vice President Michael Pence to take power from the President Trump. If not, the House Democrats will have a vote tomorrow to charge the President Trump with inciting violence. Now, keep in mind that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies tend to do opposite of the dollar, so keep an eye on these developments in the United States politics. Now, last but certainly not least, the UK Financial Conduct Authority launched a warning to investors of Bitcoin, stating that those who invested in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies could lose all their money. Now, while we all know that cryptocurrencies can be extremely volatile, hence this video, the recent bull run attracted the attention of many regulators around the world. Most of these entities worry about amateur and curious investors who could indeed lose all their money. Now, warnings like these tend to scare off new and existing investors, and this particular case of the SCA could have played a partial role in this dip. So let's take a look at how all this translated onto the chart and what to look out for in the next few days and weeks. Well, major investors take profit from time to time. The stronger dollar influences on the Bitcoin prices, so watch out for US politics. Plus, warnings from the financial regulators tend to scare out new and existing investors. We will also be looking out for news and developments that provide more information about what institutional investors are doing right now and if the drop is scaring them off. Well, you can always visit BeInCrypto.com for the fastest coverage on these factors that seem to be playing a big role in the Bitcoin price right now. Well, now let's take a look at the chart, where the drop from the last several days seems to be contained. The main support hasn't been broken, so this does seem like a good signal for those bullish traders. Now, looking at the daily chart, we do see those two support levels found at $32,700 and $28,400 USD. Those are for the ones to watch if the price does go back down again. On the bullish side, we're looking at this trend line going up, which you can see on the 6-hour chart here. It wasn't even touched during yesterday's drop, so we are focusing our attention on that 38,373 level. If the price reaches it again, bullish traders could see confirmation that the trend still has more way to go. So where do you guys think that Bitcoin is headed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and share your Bitcoin predictions. Thank you for watching BeInCrypto News. I'm Jessica Walker, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for all the latest news.